First news story is that Elon Musk became a trillionaire. And what does that mean, first of all? A trillionaire. He's a trillionaire on paper. It does not mean he has $1 trillion in his bank account. That's what people don't understand. Because people always like, tax the rich, tax the rich. He's been taxed a lot. And he takes his money and reinvests it into his companies. And his companies right now have built 170,000 jobs. And all those jobs, all those people with those jobs, they are paying taxes. That means he also pays all those taxes indirectly. He has made over 1,000 millionaires. These people could also all be out of work. Would that be good for the United States? Would that 170,000 jobs in very, very, in, yeah, like, what's the word? In very innovative, that's the word, technology fields. Would they even exist here? Would maybe the biggest electric car company not be out of the United States, for example? And so he's doing so much. If he would not be who he is and do what he does in America, we would be worse off. There would be so much less wealth and so much less income. That is insane. And for the people, there's a lot of people on the left, and I'm not saying everything the left wants is irrational or stupid, that think it's a zero-sum game. So if Elon Musk creates wealth, then he's taking that from someone else. But then please explain how the measurable wealth and in materialistic things and what people have and how comfortable people are have gone up over the entire world about like 80% in the last 100 years. How did that happen if it's a zero-sum game? Because creating new technology and new ideas and new products that make life easier are not a zero-sum game. Everyone benefits from it. And people buy it because they think the trade is worth it. So the company gets wealthier and the people are better off because now they have something that makes their life better and easier. You can't tell me 100 years ago life was better and there was the same amount of wealth. It was just distributed in another way. No one was as rich, and the poorest were way poorer than now. The gap widened, but also the poorest got way richer. That is true as well. Just that the rich became way, way, way more richer. And because we all compare each other to each other and not to a universal standard or to some standard, and the standard always rises, that's why people get jealous. But of course people could give away more. But the thing is, they also don't want to give away more because they see what the government does with their money. And the government is so inefficient. I would also, if I be a billionaire, I would also rather do good with my money myself than give it to the government that's going to waste so much of it on a way and so little will actually be effectively used for what I do. If I would do that myself, whatever government program my tax money would get into, if I would do that myself, it would be way more effective, it would be way more beneficial for the beneficiary, and I could reach way more people. If I would feed people myself with my tax dollars, I could feed way more people than leaving it to the government. That's going to pay government workers way too much. And that's going to be like inefficient in every way and blow up money and be like, oh, the money went somewhere else. And you see how corrupt it is. In California, there's $24 billion spent on the homeless and they can't account for it. They're like, we don't know where it went. It must be somewhere. Or they give it to NGOs that don't do anything or that are even fraudulent, that don't even try to do anything. So what I want to say is he built over 170,000 jobs, 1,000 millionaires. So indirectly through them, he probably pays $6, $7, $8 billion in tax. Then he pays, and that's like year 24, and he himself around $6 billion. And so, yeah, that's it. And if he would sell everything he got, then he's a trillionaire, by the way. If he would sell every asset, everything he has, then he's a trillionaire, right? He's not a trillionaire on his bank account. So let's say he did that. It's not like 1 trillion doesn't even pay off the interest on our American debt a year. Elon cannot save us. But if he would sell everything he got, and he wouldn't sell it to an owner of, like, within the United States, or someone that might not lead those companies as well as he does, we might have some people laid off. We might have way less jobs. Therefore, more unemployment and less tax income. So you see where that goes. It is not that simple. And it just sounds great. And you're like, yeah, these bad people that make so many people rich, by the way. Just try to do your best. Find ways to make money yourself. Don't be a victim. And yeah, call out the people that actually do evil stuff, like Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, forcing African countries to vaccinate themselves with stuff that ends up like being very fatal for women, for example. Look it up.